welcome to another episode of Motivation Monday. My name is Jane Bai. I am so glad that you tuned in today. If you're new here, karibu sana. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. I would really love it if you became part of this growing family. If it's your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time joining us, I really do appreciate the support, and I do hope you're getting edified as much as I am. So today's topic is really just being present for your joy. Joy is something we talk about every day. It's even a name, but are we really present in our current joy? That is the conversation that we are going to have. And of course, we get this from the Bible, kama kawaida. And of course, our guiding verse from the Bible is going to be the book of James, chapter 1, verse 2 to 4. And the Bible says, "Count it all joy, my brethren, when you meet various trials. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." So, of course, we're going to definitely start with the definition of joy. How do we understand joy? So, joy is a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. It's being in a state of happiness and being in a state of contentment, being in a state of a certain level of confidence. Another definition that I really love that I came across is that joy is an emotion evoked by well-being, success, or good fortune, or by the prospect of possessing what one desires. I think what captured me is the last part, the prospect of possessing what one desires. So prospect really means it's a possibility or something you're looking forward to, and it's really just believing or possessing what you desire even before you have it. In our current life situation, we really attach our joy to material things, we attach our joy to other people, we attach our joy to our success. But the Bible is reminding us that our joy shouldn't really be pegged on things, but it should really be the prospect of possessing what we desire. So this basically means that joy is not really about surrounding it for what you have, but I would say that joy is an attitude. Joy is really just a focus. It is not a feeling. It is not what you feel because of what you have. It is really just what you prospect to have and what you prospect to desire that is giving you that feeling of joy. Now, the way I would also attach it to what we have just read is that joy is an attitude of the heart that is determined by our confidence in God. Are we really in a space where we are confident enough to be joyful even in the circumstances that we do not really contribute to a lot of joy or put our hearts in such heavy moments? Because that confidence is what should really contribute to your joy. Because joy should be something that you constantly experience because of the prospect that you have for the things that you desire. So it is really a focus. It is something we decide to focus on, and it is not a feeling that comes because things are working out well in our lives. Now, other verses that I had written down is Romans chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and constant in prayer." I like how it says being joyful in hope, because the reason why you're joyful is because you're also hopeful that things are working out for your good. You're also hopeful that as much as things are tough, I will remain joyful, because in my joy, I am confident that God is working things out. In my joy, I am confident that whatever I am going through right now is a test that will come to pass. I am confident that I will remain present in my joy, because my joy is not pegged on material things. My joy is not pegged on people. My joy is not pegged on achieving goals. My joy really is pegged on my confidence in God and knowing that He is in control and that He is handling everything that is happening in my life. So how can we be present in our joy? How can we be present for our joy? I think the first thing is really just owning your own happiness, allowing yourself to be happy without really depending on other people to make you happy. Allowing yourself to be in a state of joyful memories even when things are tough. Allowing yourself to believe that I will remain constantly in this space because I am confident that he who began a good work in me will bring it to completion. I am confident that this step is only just a stepping stone as I go towards achieving something better. That's why earlier we had said that it's the prospect of possessing what one desires. So even in this struggle, I choose to remain joyful because I know that the one who is in charge is going to bring joy throughout this process, through this difficult moment, all the way to the time that I'm going to see him do wonders in my life. Number two, of course, is have a relationship with God and also have a relationship with yourself. Most of us have decided we focus so much on what is happening with other people, how they are getting blessed, how they are achieving their dreams, how they are becoming prosperous, and that takes away from our joy. You will actually realize that most of us, the life we are living is joyful enough. But because our focus is on, oh, this person is doing this, oh, this person has achieved better than me, oh, this person is actually growing better than me, it steals away from your current joy. So it basically means that you should, as much as be joyful in the state that you're in, while you anticipate the blessings from God, instead of wasting time comparing yourself with other people, wasting time comparing your successes or your achievements with other people, but rather focusing on your joy and knowing that him whom you have put your confidence in is going to win this battle for you. The other thing, of course, is have a relationship with yourself. If you do not love yourself, it becomes very hard for people to love you because when people come to you, the energy they get is what they attract. Even you, for the people that you interact with, you're likely to be pulled by the energy that they have. So you want to be able to walk in an energy that shows that you're full of joy, that you love yourself, that you have a beautiful relationship with yourself. And that way, it is very easy to attract the right people towards you and to send a message that your confidence in your joy, because you know that your current status does not define who you are, and it will continue to grow and develop into something beautiful because all you have is your joy, and that's what you're going to stick with. Even Paul, as you can see in the Bible, Paul went through a lot of stress, but as you read through his story, he remained joyful because he understood the assignment. He understood that his confidence in God will bring all that to the end. So where are you placing yourself? How present are you in your joy? We need to ask ourselves these questions because they really help us define how we continue living our lives as Christians. Number three, of course, is be confident that God is at work. You remember during my first ever episode of Starting Motivation Monday, I talked about getting back to the basics of who we are. Do we believe, are we confident enough in God? And do we know that he is in control? Have we left him in charge? Or are we still trying to define our own paths? Because that's the problem. We find ourselves really, really wanting to define the paths that we want to achieve in, and we give ourselves deadlines, and we keep looking into the future, and that really frustrates us. And that's how we forget that we are a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, God's holy nation. So once we have that confidence, then I'm telling you, joy will project itself from our lives. Joy will project itself from the things that we do, and people will be able to see that and glorify your God who is in heaven. So the other thing I wrote down that I came across is that we need to kill the victimhood mentality and replace it with gratefulness. How many times do we victimize ourselves? In those moments, remind yourself to be grateful, even for the little things. Yes, you woke up, you did not have a job, but you have good health. You're not in the hospital. You might not have things we call basic, but if you just look around you, there's things that are going to give you joy. And once we start living from that level of gratefulness, then we allow God to take us to the next level. We allow God to kill the victim mentality in us completely and live in a space of gratefulness. And once we do that, I can assure you and I know that God is able and He is going to do it exceedingly abundantly beyond what you could think or even ask for. The other thing is, let Him make your mess and make it your message. How beautiful is that? Do we allow God to take our mess and make a message from it? Or are we just trying to fix it ourselves? And I think that will allow us to be present in our joy, because we know that in that mess, God is working to create a beautiful message out of it. And lastly, if He brought you to it, He will see you through it. You better believe with me this morning that if God has brought you to it, then He will definitely see you through it. All you have to do is have a joy and confidence in God that He is able to do it for you. The last one, of course, is to truly know Christ is to truly have joy. What a beautiful message. I really, really want to live in the presence of my joy. I don't want to one day sit back and think, why wasn't I grateful? Why wasn't I joyous? Why wasn't I happy? God had blessed me with what felt like it was a struggle, but it is that story that He was creating in me. So I do hope that we remember to stay present in our joy. We do remember to celebrate our victories, and we do remember to have confidence in God and know that He is in control. Well, do have a joyous week. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you found it beneficial. Please remember to share it with someone who needs to smile this morning, who needs to remember that the joy of the Lord is our strength. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful week and see you next Monday. Bye.